Well, hello, beautiful humans. Welcome to the SHEnanigan podcast, where we bring the human back to small business, and because we can have a serious conversation anytime. SHEnanigans is happily supported by the good people at WCTV in Wadsworth, Ohio. I'm Jenny, and today's guest is a mama and a sales and operations director for CoreSupport Partners. Personally, I'm excited for her update on all things spinning in the Britney Spears world. Please welcome the easiest friendship and connection I have ever made, my buddy, Kari.
Hey, hey, let's chat away. Small towns, big dreams in the fray. Grab a seat, come on, stay. Community shines bright today.
Hi. I'm so excited to be here today.
Are you?
Thank you for having me.
Yes, this is going to be fun.
I am so pumped. I've only done one podcast ever, and, I got the Wiggles out. That was like a year ago, but
Okay.
This feels just different.
So this is like, I'm interested because you and I are, like, we sit down and we're supposed to talk about, I guess, business, life,
Blah, blah.
work, whatever, and we don't do that. We are like, so tell me what's going on with Justin Bieber. So I'm interested. Do you do podcasts? Do you listen?
The Call Her Daddy podcast is the only one that I've ever actually been religious about, and I haven't in a while.
Okay. So you don't do, my two favorite are Theo Vaughn. Do
Yeah.
you know Theo Vaughn?
I do. I'm a TikToker, so I get
Okay.
clips of all these different podcasts. So I guess in that way, I'm caught up a little bit with things. But I get a lot of Theo Vaughn.
Like that vibe. So Theo Vaughn minus like the raunch.
Yeah.
And Armchair Expert.
See, I don't know that one.
Okay. I don't know why you
I
don't.
know,
Because all our people are on that. Everybody.
That's the Dax Shepard one,
Yes,
right? Okay,
yes.
Yeah, I definitely need to get.
You just need to look. So I listen. I don't watch them. Do you watch them?
I watch them on TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
I'm working, I'll listen to Dax Shepard if somebody's on there. Because his is more like, his is like a therapy session.
Yeah.
He's interested in what happened to you when you were a child. Why do you do the things you do?
I love that.
Yeah.
I think we all need more of that.
Yeah. So that is, I'm kind of partnering. So I'm interested to see if you see any similarities in like our favorite podcasts.
Okay.
I wanted to bring that to Wadsworth because I love all the podcasts I was on.
Yeah.
But I just felt like, well, no one's asking me about me.
I agree. All the
Yeah.
ones that I'm privy to, like in LinkedIn world or whatever, they're all very business driven. Business. They want to network themselves. They want to advertise what they do and sell themselves. But
Right.
this is different.
I know, because I like you. Okay, so I like you. Kate.
I like you
I like
too.
you so much. And so my first guest was my husband, and that was, well, we tried to have a serious conversation, but we're not a very serious
I was gonna say, how'd that go?
couple. That was fine. And then you felt like a relief afterwards because when you and I sit down, like you took your shoes
I
off.
did. I made
we
myself
get cozy,
right at home.
and we're just like, let's dish about all the celebrities.
I love this.
So that
much.
felt like a really good pair.
Yeah.
So, where are we at in the celebrity? Are you keeping?
So my big thing right now, I'm keeping up on the Justin Baldoni Blake Lively drama. Do you know anything about that?
Dude, did not watch the movie. Okay, so I read the book.
Okay.
Did you?
I
read
did
the
not
book?
read the book.
Okay,
No.
read the book. I'm not really a fan of her stuff. If I'm
So,
being honest.
I read Verity. Verity was really good to me.
That lost me.
Everyone ranted about it, and so I felt like I had to do it, so I did it. Excuse me. And it was good. It was good. It was my first read in a really long time, and so I liked it. But I didn't get behind anything else that Colleen Hoover has done. And I had no interest in this movie until the drama around the movie started coming out. And so I'm
thought
enthralled.
about it. Okay, so did you watch the movie? Because I heard it was good.
I did not.
Okay, so I've also been like, now I need to know what happened.
Yeah.
Did you listen to the leaked tapes?
I listened.
Because I know you take a dive deeper than I do.
I do.
Take the surface level of this is happening. And then
Yeah.
if I personally need to know more, is this true? I always text you and I'm like, listen, is this really going down right now?
It is going down, and there is a rabbit hole. So I did listen to the leaked voice, most part of it.
Okay, give me the
First of all,
tone. Tell me.
His voice is incredible. He could talk to me all day.
Oh, really?
Have you?
No.
You need to listen to it.
Okay.
It was good. But the voicemail itself really threw me off because he called her at 2 a.m.
Okay, so that's weird.
So, married woman, married couple, married
have-
man to married woman, 2 a.m. just felt odd.
Yeah.
But it was really just him apologizing for making her feel a certain way.
At 2 a.m.
At 2 a.m., yeah.
That to me says weird. That's like red flags.
It was really weird, but like I still side with him throughout this whole thing, which is what's crazy.
So if you read, because all I did was read,
Yeah.
it looked like a really polite exchange. I felt myself going like, I don't know. This kind of seems like he's sorry, like his bad.
Everything I've read, so when the drama all came out, and anyone listening or watching or whatever, I don't know if you know the whole thing, but
Give it to us.
basically it just seems like Colleen Hoover had this book and she sold the rights to it, and Justin Baldoni was really, really excited to take on this as a movie. He wanted to be, I think he's the director and producer, maybe.
Yeah, he's like the whole shebang.
Yeah, he wanted to like take this and run with it because he felt very passionate about this particular project. And somehow Blake Lively came up as the main character. They wanted to cast her as the main character, and so everyone's on board. They all loved Blake, so they brought Blake on, and somehow Blake just took over the whole entire project. So she started changing scenes and rewriting things and then taking over, and she wanted producer rights, and it all was just very weird from what I can read.
Yeah.
As if I know these people. I don't
know.
anything
I know.
about these
Let's
people,
just
but
assume we know him. Didn't she just recently had a kid too?
she did.
So
And
let's also consider hormones.
Yes, hormones,
Like-
for sure. There's so much speculation going on, but the long and the short of it is she came out after the movie came out, and they were doing all of their publicity things like very separately. Like Justin Baldoni was doing his, and she was doing her PR stuff, and they weren't doing it together, which threw up red flags. But everyone's like, "Well, what happened? Did something happen on set?" Well, then lawsuits started coming out.
Yeah.
And so-
Did you see how much he was asking her for?
No.
Is it 400 million?
Yeah, I think that's with her and like suing the production or her talent company. It's crazy.
Do you know what I would do with that kind of dough? Do you know how many nonprofits in town I'd be like,
You know what I would do?
I'm just going to stand on the top of
$400.
MC Realty and just like throw it. Just watch them catch.
Just make it rain.
Just making it rain. All the nonprofits, please come down.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
It's a lot of money, but she sued him first, and I think it was like for $250,000 for sexual harassment.
Yeah. Weird
That's
touching
what's
weird
crazy.
things, which is what his apology was for.
Yes, and now that the receipts are coming out, Justin Baldoni came back firing, and
He
he's
did.
I have proof that I was very cut and dry. I tried to like keep my distance. I apologize if I made her feel a certain way.
Yeah.
Any time that she brought something up that I did or she felt I did wrong, I apologize for it. And so it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
Do you know what always blows my mind? Did you ever see, did you watch, not Gypsy. I don't want to say it wrong. It's on HBO. The Mysterious Case of Natalia Grace. Did you watch it?
No, I've heard really good things about it, and
Okay, it's
I
very
watched like a
strange.
preview
Yeah.
about it, so I know enough to be dangerous.
So
on that.
what always blows my mind is like the things that people supposedly keep. So if you and I had like a
Like a beef?
tiff or some sort of beef,
Yeah.
I always delete everything. I don't know. Maybe I'm not like a celebrity. I'm in the spotlight that I'm like, I'm saving all of these
Just in case. Yes.
somebody.
If you came back
pokes
and
me
said
weird.
she
Yes.
did something in
Yeah.
2002, I've got it. Like,
It blows my mind that you can go back 10 years ago and like listen to anything. I wouldn't even know. Maybe they hire someone that does a deep dive.
I'm sure. It's
But like,
something
or
crazy.
they just take your. But that is when I'm watching these things, I'm like, that's the first place my
They have
mind
every
goes, is
text
like,
message, they have every voicemail, they have every
Yeah,
email, and it's
like
like
it's almost like, how do you dive into something knowing I'm keeping all this in case Carrie goes sideways? In case this podcast goes off the horn, I need to tell you.
that Carrie girl's a shady character.
She's
You might want to start
crazy.
keeping the receipts.
What perks your ears up to when something happens? Because I'm kind of selective. So I've been sort of like, I know the Diddy thing for you
Oh,
is like
yeah.
another rabbit holer.
That got me. And
So what is it that's like, is it a relation to the people that we, so to speak, know from our childhood?
I
It's
think
like,
that's what it is. I think it's
now
like
I can't say, wake up in the morning feeling like
I know.
Carrie Deeks.
There's so many songs that had some sort of Diddy reference in it, and I think was it "Cake by the Ocean"? Joe Jonas.
Yeah.
There's like this part where he mentions something about Diddy.
Does he?
He doesn't say it anymore. He took it out.
He did?
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't
So,
even
yeah,
know that.
I think that
In the song? Mm-hmm. Oh,
it
now I
says
should
something like,
re-listen.
"I'll be Diddy, you be Naomi."
Is that what he says? Mm-hmm. Oh, I
See, these are
didn't even know he said that.
if you
I made up my own lyrics.
need some stupid knowledge about some sort of pop culture something,
Yeah.
I probably know it, and it's a sad.
Which is
sad
why Wheel of Fortune? So if we know you, we saw that you're going on Wheel of Fortune.
I'm not yet.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
not
I'm
official
sorry.
Yet.
It's not official, but like we've at least dipped our toe in the why is that you're like, what? I told you, what was my, I said, oh, I'd be deal or
no deal. You said
That's
I
very
would
easy.
kill it
I
on-
already have a game plan for what I would have done.
I think I grew up watching it with my grandparents, and then I don't know. I've been obsessed. Price is Right too. I really like, and I think
Oh.
I'm just not good with like knowing how much things cost.
Yeah.
And like I don't know that there's more strategy to that.
Yeah.
I can spell and I know phrases, and so
I can spell.
Wheel of Fortune has got me in this chokehold. So I have sent audition tapes in for this show multiple times over the years, and I just have never even got any sort of response. So last June, I decided, you know what, I'm going to try it one more time. I think I was on some Facebook group where I saw like a producer for the show said, hey, I'm actively looking for people for Wheel of Fortune. I'm like,
You're
this
like,
is my
this is
chance.
my
This
side.
is it. So I go out in my backyard. I'm like, I'm not going to make this a fancy video by any means. I think I even jokingly said to you one time as a videographer, will you do an audition tape for me? Like, that's how like serious I was at one point. But this time I said, I'm just going to go out in my backyard. So I took my phone
Yeah.
and I made this video. I'm like, this is just me talking to you. I want to be on Wheel of Fortune. And that it was cut and dry. It was super stupid. I uploaded it, didn't think I'd hear anything. And a month later, I get an email from a producer, and it's like, hey, we want you for an audition.
Yeah.
So I got an audition. I made it through round 1 of auditions, and I was with like 5 other people on a
Wait,
Zoom
where were
call.
you? Oh,
it was a
Zoom.
Zoom call. Yeah. So it was just like
Other participants?
yes.
Okay, was Vanna there?
No.
Is your heart broken that Pat Sajak is gone?
No.
Oh.
No.
Oh, that for me is like, do you remember the show that would come on either between or after Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy, like maybe a lottery cash explosion?
I do remember that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if any of those people show, I would be like, can I have your autograph?
So I think for nostalgia's sake, I would like to meet Pat, but his
Okay.
replacement is Ryan Seacrest.
Yes, true.
Okay,
You're right.
so
You've leveled up.
I've leveled up, and I will, if I get chosen, get to meet Ryan Seacrest.
True.
Even if I just get to like look in his direction, I'll be very happy. I don't even know if he'll interact with
I
me.
kind of am sad that she didn't get the spot, though. That seems like, where are you at with that? Because that's also, she could have easily slid over.
There was a money thing there, and I think she did end up getting more money, but I think she wanted to stay where she's at.
Okay.
And I think they've strategically placed his daughter, Maggie, I believe is her name, Maggie Sajak. I think Maggie eventually will be the new Vanna.
No way.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I think-
see?
yeah.
See, you go deep dive.
I'm telling you, it's a rabbit
So
hole.
is your heart going to be broken if it exposes... Okay, because V was on the Food Network, right?
No.
Oh, you didn't see V on the Food Network?
No.
Oh, so you have to look. V, our cookie person in
Yeah.
town. Same thing. Her husband sneakily did a video of her.
Okay.
And submitted it. And she was on the Christmas cookie. Was it Christmas? Yes.
Like a
Christmas
holiday
cookie
bake.
challenge.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
So, and it's her business to tell her story. But she was like explaining, and it kind of like opens the door to, how these are really filmed. So is your heart going to be broken when you see the wheel if it's not what or do you think you're just going to be such in awe that you don't care?
I think I'll just love the
You
whole
don't care.
process of it.
Okay.
Like I've even loved up to this point just being a part of the audition process and seeing how that's gone and being a part of these emails back and forth
Yeah.
with producers. But like I think I'll be just in awe of seeing the set and seeing like just the process of that. Because I have a girlfriend actually, someone I went through leadership in Medina County with. Her name's Gretchen. She was on Wheel of Fortune last year. So I have like a really close friend who has recently gone through it. So I kind of know what to expect.
Yeah, I know. I was like, "Can I come?" And you said, "Yeah."
I'll-
Whoever wants. I was
I'll
like,
give you
I
the
want to go.
dates.
I
Yeah.
just want to be in the audience.
Yeah, she said to expect a whole day because I guess from what she's told me that they film multiple episodes in one day. So
You're just on standby.
you're just on standby until it's your turn to go. So you get to watch the other people. And so if I get picked, fingers crossed,
Yeah.
I will be elated and
That's it.
it'll make my
fun.
day.
So my husband's tried to be on Jeopardy several times.
I'm just not smart enough for
Yeah,
that.
you
So if
have to
your
answer a
husband's
lot of
smart-
questions. He is a pretty smart guy. He's
Yeah.
pretty smart. He could never get through whatever that last round is. He says it's pretty difficult.
So he did the test because there's like I've gone on just to see what it was like, and there's like a quiz.
You're like, how
I deep
can
dive. I deep dive. I'm telling you. So I've seen the quiz, but what's beyond that? Did he make it beyond just that quiz?
He made it. Yeah, there's a couple, if I'm speaking correctly.
Okay.
I think there's a couple, and then there's like a final one, and that was the one that was hard. I don't remember the details. I should have made him stay.
What I want to do is be on the celebrity version of the Jeopardy episodes because those are easier questions.
Are there normal people?
Just celebrities, but like...
But yeah, it's all so you wouldn't be able to be
No,
on
I
it.
couldn't. I'd have to be a
You would have to
celebrity
become a
first.
celebrity. We're working on
We're
it. Carrie,
working
calm
on
down.
One day when I hit my like whatever,
Yeah.
maybe Wheel of Fortune will do it for me. Maybe the podcast will
Maybe this will blow up and people will be like, Carrie
Something.
is such a gem.
Yeah.
Who would be, all right, let's say that did happen. Ooh, this is a good question. This is like the question for you and I of like, who would you have dinner with?
Oh, okay.
So let's say you get famous and there's two other celebrities on either side of you.
Oh.
First of all, you have to imagine, like, am I in this to win Jeopardy or do I just want to be next to So pick your poison. Who's next to you?
This is really tough.
I
like
know.
in my celebrity world, I love Taylor Swift. I would have to say I want her beside me.
Okay.
But also I just feel like she wouldn't be very good at Jeopardy. So maybe I'll back out of this. I think
Okay.
Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs would be really
What a throw.
I think he would be incredible to
Uh-huh.
meet. And I think he'd be fun and just interesting to meet. And
That is such like is he doing a new show? Why did you pick that that's like
No.
plucked from obscurity?
he's fascinating to me. He's just got a really good voice and he does really cool things. And I think he has a
I haven't
podcast
heard
too.
his name in so long. Does he really? Okay,
I think
so
so.
he's on your left,
So
he's on your right.
He's on man, you're putting me on the spot with this.
I know.
I'm trying to think like someone funny, someone witty.
It's also almost like I'm taking a dive in your soul. So like a
Yeah.
little piece of you is like Mike.
This is
And
really
who do you want?
Let me come back to that.
Okay, I have my two.
Okay, you go and then
Drew Barrymore,
I'll Okay.
for sure.
Fantastic. Yes.
Love her.
Yeah.
And I want Jim Carrey.
Okay.
Like that oil and water situation.
Yeah. I just thought about it. Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly
Clarkson, Micro. But back to your Drew Barrymore. I think she would be fantastic.
She would be great.
And I think Jim Carrey
But I
probably has so much beyond what we know about him.
He
that
does.
He could,
He's
like,
sort
bring
of
to the
toned
table.
down. I want like the mask.
Like Ace Ventura.
Yeah, I want like weird. Yeah, he seems like he's calmed down a little bit.
I think there's a lot of Hollywood stuff that he would be able to like share with us behind closed doors.
Yeah,
he'd be fascinating.
We don't have that much. So we're in our heads. We're like talking to that. We're on
We're on a game
Jeopardy.
show. Okay.
We have the like. I fast forward through that part when people say their weird stuff. We get mad when we forget. Like, oh, I don't want to hear her talk about her weird cat.
Yeah, they always do have those weird.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so back to this game show. Like, what would your weird fact be? Like Jake always asks me if I get to be on Wheel of Fortune, what are you going to say? There's always some sort of weird fact. So my friend Gretchen said she's afraid of butterflies. That's a really weird thing.
That is so strange.
But it's a good one.
I thought before you said you were afraid of butterflies, I am afraid of holes.
Holes,
Like a lot of holes.
like there's a
honey.
phobia.
It is a phobia.
Yeah.
And yes, and my son thinks it's funny. So Jet will draw holes on a piece of paper.
That's evil.
Ugh. It's not that bad because they're drawn, but if he like does a lot and they're squished together, yes,
I know
will
exactly what you mean, though.
cringe.
Like I've seen on
like honeycomb.
Yes. Yeah, that freaks you out.
Like, it's so gross.
Just makes the back. of
You
your
can't
neck.
even look like why I've Googled it to be reminded what the word is. I can't think of what it is. And I understand why you would have photos of it. But if you have a phobia, why would you have a photo of the phobia?
Yeah,
I have to like close my eyes and like go like this so I can like just peek at the word.
peek through.
Yes. So I would probably say something like that maybe, or
You'd have to remember the phobia though.
Yeah, just
You'd
afraid
have
of
to like
holes.
shorten that whole thing up.
So
like,
what would your? So we're on Jeopardy, and I personally would rather it be Pat or not Pat Sajak.
Ryan?
Nope. Before Ryan was
Yeah,
Alex.
Oh, Trebek.
So we're gonna bring
Yeah.
Alex Trebek back from the.
I would prefer him over
DAD.
Ken Jennings. As
Yeah.
I will. I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Okay.
I think mine would be that I like winning radio contests. I
Yeah.
think that's a weird one, but
You
I
do win radio contests.
particularly WQMX.
Correct.
94.9 WQMX. Shout out to my girl.
We are
Sarah
both.
Kay.
We both know them for different reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know Sarah?
You know Sarah because you win contests, and she specifically knows you because of that.
Yeah.
I work with Neopat, who works with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So I think actually the last time I saw her, I said, "You know Kari," and she's like, "She wins contests all the time."
I do. They actually, I think, know my voice when I call in. And they don't even have to say it's Kari
Correct.
Jeeks. Like,
She
they
did.
know.
Yes,
it's a
you are
problem.
like one of those people on the radio show that have a personality.
It's one of those things where I grew up. Like, my mom was a huge country music fan, and she listened to 94.9. So through osmosis, I became a country music fan, and 94.9. Like, I just don't even change the station. I don't listen to Sirius on my phone. Like, it's radio.
Yeah.
Which I love because I feel like that's like a lost art. People don't listen to radio.
No,
anymore.
I do. What year are you born?
1989.
89. Oh, okay, so we're 90s kids.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the opposite of that 90s kid. So you're the devoted to the radio station
I am.
90s kid.
Yeah.
I am the button in my car is always faded because I'm like not satisfied. And Jet and Jeremy laugh all the time because the most obscure song will come on. And
Yeah.
they just look at me like, how do you know this? And I'm like, how do you not know this song? How do you not know the Vitamin C graduation song
so I do.
on
I
Q104?
know a lot of those older ones, but I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you anything like popular right now.
Sort of some, like I have the ones that are I'm like, oh, I like the beat, like the dun 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 that song. Who like am I nailing it? You're like, I don't know what that is.
Keep going. I need more.
They not like us. They not like us. Dun, 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 dun. Do you know who that is? That man, and he's gonna be in the Super Bowl. This is aging me. Now I'm 40.
In the Super Bowl.
Yeah, isn't he the Super Bowl guy? See, this is the prop.
Okay.
See, our celebrity is now we don't look like credible individuals.
It's fine though. We just have different
We're-
likes, different obsessions.
We're just okay. So that song, and I know the Sabrina Carpenter girl.
espresso.
Yeah, the espresso song.
I know that one.
Yeah, the coffee song.
My girls go, please, 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 and I'm like, I don't know if you should be listening to that. But
Oh
they
yeah,
know it too.
Also- yeah, that's true as well.
But it's okay.
But we had really bad songs that started with the letter B that we would be singing in middle school, and you were probably in like 5th grade, and I'm in like 7th grade, and we're jamming to the B word song.
There's a lot of songs about doing things in inappropriate
Yeah,
places
Next,
with inappropriate
Too Close.
people. Yeah.
And that came on recently, and I was like, oh my Lanta.
Pony.
Oh
Genuine.
my Lanta. Yeah, correct. So
From the
they're
window
fine.
to the wall. There's so many things. Like, I just think, like, wow, my kids shouldn't know those words or that the lyrics to the song. And I'm like, it's better than what we were listening to. Lollipop, Lil Wayne.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Correct. And also, it is blaring in my house. So my poor mom. I'm like, oh my gosh.
No.
What did she think was happening?
You just like to think that they didn't know. They weren't listening. They were tuning you out. I tuned my kids out. I'm hoping they tuned me out.
Yeah,
and-
you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, Jets, what are your kids into? So, like, Mr. Beast,
Yeah, you have a boy. So I have 3 girls. So
Yeah.
it's probably different.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, they're
That's
Swifties.
not happening in my house.
They are definitely Swifties, but they like YouTube Shorts. So it's like the TikTok, the short little videos. They watch a lot of those, and it's like, I don't know, A for ad. They like to watch other kids playing with toys instead of playing with their own toys.
Correct.
It's weird.
It is a strange thing. I know. We had, so Jet's 10. How old's your oldest?
10, and then I have my
Okay.
Jessa will be 9 next month. So
Okay. So same
Back
age.
to
So
back,
we
yeah.
had what, Squish, Miss Dr. Squish.
don't know that.
Oh, that was me and Jet's jam. She would
Okay.
just buy squishy toys and, and open them up with this like really high pitched, terrible voice.
We've probably watched it. I just didn't know her name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and now he's transitioned to Mr. Beast. So I'll watch some stuff with him.
Yeah. My girls seem to catch on to this, like, it's 2 little Russian kids, and they have the cutest little voice when they're talking, and they're opening all of their squishy stuff. It's annoying that I know that. But they have these just giant vats of slime, and they're pouring all these things in. And the other day I caught an episode where they were on a beach, and they just set like a beach chair down on the beach and just
Sure.
start digging, and they find slime
In the beach.
in the beach.
And you have
Yep.
to tell your kids, like, movie
That's
magic. That's not real.
That's make believe. But they did. They found all the slimes and they took it back, and then they opened it up, and there's all sorts of toys and things in it. And
Are they trying to, Jet tries to make, like, he has a YouTube channel. He's
I've
had,
seen some of your little videos of him.
Yes.
I love it so
he
much.
actually had one before when he was younger, and he would write stories. So that was fun because he was
Cute.
little, and it'd
Yeah.
be like, oh, I threw the dog out the window, which don't throw your dog out the window. But it'd be a stuffed animal, and then he would direct me. So I'd be like, Mom, he's like 4, like, take a video of me throwing the stuffed animal out the window. And then I'd be so proud because he'd be like, and then show George. But like the real dog.
Yeah.
So he did a series of those, but if you're not active, they'll shut your YouTube channel down.
Oh, so he just
So
like,
I
let it
lost all of that.
lapse.
So I lost all of it.
Oh, you don't have it any. Oh, that's
Just the memory. And now he's like obsessed with basketball. He doesn't want to play it. We're just very obsessed. He knows more about. He'll be like, "Mom, who's your favorite?" And I'm like,
LeBron
Charles
James?
Barkley.
Oh,
He's like, Charles Barkley.
I mean, he's great. Shaq.
Yeah, I'm like, I love Shaq. He gives back to the.
He's Shaq'd in a fool. You
Yeah.
ever catch his little Shaq'd in a fool segment?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Shaq'd in
when
a
him and
fool.
Charles Barkley get to laughing, they do,
Oh,
like
yeah.
they're just so funny. They play off each other. They have
Yeah.
some show that they do. My husband watches, and they're hilarious
Yes.
together.
But
So.
he was like, Charles Barkley. I mean, he knows who that is, but he was just like, why would you pick him when you could pick like any other guy?
Steph Curry or whoever's good
Even
now.
names that you don't even know. I'm like, okay. Yeah.
I would pick LeBron in that scenario just because he's local.
True.
I'd bring him back to his roots.
We almost have the same birthday.
You do? Wait,
He's
his December 30th.
You got it.
When's yours?
January 4th.
Oh, I'm December 29th.
Yes.
We're right there.
We are. We
We're
should.
in a birthday bubble.
Dear LeBron, let's have birthday cake together.
A birthday party.
A birthday party. I
Birthday-
used to work with people he knew.
I
Not to
did-
be like, I also, 2003 is when I graduated.
Yeah.
When we went to Myrtle Beach, that was like my go-to.
Yeah.
I'm from Akron, home LeBron James, baby. That's what I would say.
Basically,
That was like
neighbors.
my hello to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everybody, I mean, he was,
Yeah.
that was a thing.
Yeah.
I
Did you
love
like
that.
say how you know him? Did you ever meet him or see him?
I never did. So I worked at Chase Bank for a little while, and they had like the LeBron James Family Foundation people would
Oh,
come
yeah.
in, and so like Maverick Carter, I got to meet through that, and
Oh.
then that was pretty
was
much
pretty much
the
it.
extent of it. But I did the same thing. So my hometown, I'm from West Virginia. I was born in Glendale, West Virginia. So that's a
Shout out to Glendale.
teeny little place, just across the river. But Brad Paisley is from my hometown, so that used to be my intro to everybody. Hi, I'm Kari. I'm from Glendale, West Virginia, home of Brad Paisley.
Home of Brad Paisley. So we were both in Myrtle Beach walking on opposite sides of the road. You're a little bit younger than me, so that's fine, but we were still there. You were like with your family at Myrtle Beach, and I'm like, we won't talk about what I did at Myrtle Beach. And you're like talking about Brad Paisley, and I'm like, LeBron James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about who you know. So you just said, like, even back then, we were like fake networking. It was.
You're
You know,
right.
we were connecting.
We were. We were like, let's get comfortable with awkward conversations with strangers.
You and I are the same in that way. We can talk to anybody, and it's a blessing and a curse. Like,
It is.
anywhere I go, I run into people I know. And sometimes I'm just not in the mood
Uh-huh.
because I don't look like this.
Correct. Okay, that is, yes. Like, I have to tell Jet or I have to tell people or whatever, like, this is a developed brand. This is me.
Yeah.
But in a situation, maybe like kind of more of a persona.
Sure.
When I come home, I'm a little bit more toned down.
You take it off. You unzip.
I unzip the, like, sometimes I say, that's why I made the cartoon. I get tired of myself.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of myself. Aren't you
know.
guys tired of me? But yeah, it's nice to be able to sit down and be like, okay, I can chameleon into this conversation
Yeah.
and enjoy myself.
Yeah.
Okay, is your husband down like that? Mine is not.
Jake is the most introverted. Like, get a couple beverages in him, and he
Correct.
will talk your ear off in the right setting. Like, he
Sure.
just has to connect with someone, and he's not socially awkward. He doesn't hate people. He just has his people that he prefers to spend time with.
Is more
versus-
comfortable chatting with.
Yeah, I can talk to anybody. So, like,
Correct.
in any sort of setting. I mean, it doesn't matter if we're at the store, if we're out to eat, we run into people that Carrie Deeks knows. Or maybe even Carrie Wilson.
Are we living the same life?
Yes, we are the same.
Yeah.
Just different towns.
Yeah.
I'm Medina, you're Wadsworth.
Correct.
It's-
We got it covered.
yeah.
Yeah.
So even my kids, I have a nephew who's 18, but I've known him since he was 2. I've been around, and he even makes fun of me. He's like, oh, there's DT. He calls me DT. There, DT knows somebody. I'm like, I'm sorry, buddy. It's just who I
My
am.
brother-in-law calls me mayor of Wadsworth. And always jokes around that he would be like my campaign manager if
I love
I
that.
run for mayor. And I'm like, I am not running for mayor. Stop telling people
Shout
that.
out to Mayor Robin.
Yeah,
Not that we're
she's
kicking
got-
you out.
No,
But you might have
She-
something here.
no,
You-
she has that job forever and ever. Like that. No.
maybe down the road.
Could you imagine? I would be like with this headband on. Look, like, am
could-
I allowed
the
to?
crazy thing is, I could imagine it.
Could you?
Yeah.
Of me being like,
Yeah.
Look.
You
Mayor Jenny in the house.
You
No, Mayor Lawwell's got it down. I am not
She's
running for mayor.
fantastic. She is
Yeah.
wonderful. But you're very connected. You're very passionate about the people. Power to the people.
Power
and
to the
you
people
are,
and the projects and the things. You too.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes,
I try.
I know.
I try to be in all the places.
If you
it's
could
hard.
split there's so many more things I would do.
Yeah.
So hard.
But at
I
the
wanna
same
do
time,
it.
I'm just tired sometimes. And so sometimes
Correct.
it is nice to just slow down.
Say
and-
no.
Yeah. That was one thing last year I told myself I need to be better about saying no. I don't know if you're a yes person like me. I like to be everywhere. I like to do everything. I like to just do all the things. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's nice to
Sometimes you
to
get
know
dizzy.
that no
You're
is
like,
okay.
oh, I'm so dizzy. I'm
Yeah.
doing too much. Yeah. So I started. She did it out with like a yes year. That kind of went into like 2.5 to 3 years of yes.
And you get
then
burnt out.
I consciously said, okay, this is my no year. You have
Yeah.
to learn how to say no.
Have you ever heard
so,
the
yeah.
Olsen twins say? They have a saying. And
Oh,
I
no,
keep
give it to
seeing,
me.
I
I
keep
love
seeing
them.
this come up, and I love the Olsen twins so much. But they grew up knowing that the word no is a full sentence. And so they say that a lot. No is a full sentence.
It is,
And I love
yeah.
that so much. And even Elizabeth Olsen, their younger sister, that nobody knows about.
No, I do.
People do. You and I do.
I
a
know.
lot of people
I
don't.
know about their sisters, and then yes.
And they have a brother, too. But I don't know the brother. But
do they have
anyway.
another sister?
Oh, maybe.
Okay.
It could be. But
knew
anyway,
there were a
Elizabeth
few of them.
also says no,
No
is
is
a
a
full
s-
sentence.
yes.
And I love that.
I teach that to Jet.
Yeah. You don't have to have a reason. Just no. That's
He
it.
also struggles with, because everywhere we see people, and he's a boy, so when
Yeah, it's different.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
And my thing for him, ever since he was like 2 or 3, is a lot of people know you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know them.
Yeah.
Just be polite, and we'll talk about it later.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
So I need you to put a smile. You don't know who you're rolling your eyes at, so please stop doing that.
Amen. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and be nice. And then when we get in the car, I will explain you who that is and why they know who you are.
It is true because I don't think of that. Everyone knows my kids. A lot of people
Mm-hmm.
will come up and say hi or whatever, and they'll be like, "I've seen pictures of you," or "I know you from whatever," and my kids are like,
Yeah, they're like, "Why are you? Who
Yeah,
are you?" And you're like,
yeah.
"I'm sorry."
That's true. I mean, I'm really bad. I know there's certain people. There's a lot of people that don't like to put their kids on social media. Mine are plastered. It
Mine
just
too.
is what it is.
Yeah.
And we're comfortable with it. It's fine. I know
Yeah.
there's creeps out there, but we're pretty locked down and
Yeah.
whatever. But
Ditto.
people just aren't comfortable that way, and that's wonderful. That's fantastic for them. But my kids are everywhere, so people definitely know my blondie, my little brunette, and my crazy haired little baby.
Love them. I love their photos. Do any of them embrace it? Do you have one that's like Jet that's like, no? And do you have anybody that's like, I'm taking mommy's job?
Finley, my oldest, is 10. She's more shy, and she likes to look through photos and things, but she doesn't like to be in them. So it's kind of funny. Like, she doesn't want to be, like, plastered all over. But
Yeah.
Jessa is my showboat. She will perform. She just
Oh.
did a cheerleading thing last Friday at Cloverleaf. She loves it. She's going to be definitely, like, a spotlight kind of girl like
Are
me.
you like putting them in like, okay, I see which way you're going?
Yeah, little buckets. Like Finley's the one that'll sit in the stands and like just watch her sister do things and read a book maybe or something, and then Jessa's gonna be the one that's like out there doing her thing, just all eyes on her.
Yeah.
Haylin, we haven't pinpointed yet. She's our 2-year-old, and she is a good mix of the two, so it'll be interesting to see where her personality falls.
But I still feel like you look back at like, now that Jet's 10, look at things he did when he was 2.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that was always you. Mm-hmm. That was always you. And now I know it's you.
like there was a tell there.
Yeah, there was a tell, but I didn't know because you were becoming your own little human.
well,
and
first kid too, so you don't know like what to look for in development. Now it's kind of like I know how my older 2 are, so now I can watch the little one and be like, "Yep, you're following this path." So
yeah.
it's fun.
Oh, that's cute.
Those kids are a hoot.
I know.
Keep you on your toes.
Jet's going to be on the podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when is he on?
I'm a little nervous. I keep saying every day, like, you cannot roll your eyes at me, you know.
He seems very respectful, and I think he'll do great.
It'll be an interesting
I think he'll have some really zingers though.
situation. That's what, yeah, that's it. And he's shy. So actually, when he was little, people thought I made a lot of that stuff up.
No.
They did. And I'm like, oh, okay. And now he's getting older and it's still happening. And I'm like, oh, you want to be on the podcast? You want to tell me who you are?
Yeah.
But he's real
Show him
shy.
the real Jet.
Yeah. So when he is in public, he doesn't perform, so to speak, like
Yeah.
people assume he's going to.
Yeah.
He's just like
Behind closed doors,
Yeah,
though.
not for you. When that door's closed, it's a different kid.
Oh, what a hoot.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I will tune in.
Yeah, thanks.
So are you full? Like, do you have a whole season booked up? Like,
I have a few people. See where this goes. See if I have this idea, this vision in my head, these podcasts that I watch that I just really want to bring. I just want to have We're all human, right?
Yeah.
We work all day long. We talk about work all day long.
Yeah.
We showboat all day long. We shake hands all day long. But like,
just sit us down and let's talk celebrity gossip, and we're good.
correct.
Can you promise me that one day I can circle back and be like maybe toward the end of your podcast cycle and just do one more?
Yeah.
I just feel
You'll be
like
what's Dax Shepard's wife? Because I always forget.
Kristen Bell.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I always want to say Kirsten Dunst, but I know that's
She's out there too.
Yeah, but not her. But Dax always has his wife back.
Oh, I like that.
She's back.
She's back.
She
I like
is
that.
back. Ooh, let's write that down.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I'm also looking over at your plant over here. That just reminded me of the between two
ferns.
Yes, yes, that would be a really funny. Like, try to be like real serious.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't do that, but that might be a fun
Isn't
episode.
he Zach Galifianakis is like Zach? He's like real weird.
Yeah, he
and
is
then
real weird.
does the celebrity? I don't know.
Like, he's had Barack Obama on,
and they have to be like normal,
yeah, and he'll throw zingers at him, and
like real off the cuff.
and Obama's just like.
I have
And
to
you
watch
can tell
that
it's
one then.
being funny. Like, I don't know if it's scripted. I can't tell.
I
It's
cannot
so
tell with him.
hard sometimes.
Yeah, I can't tell with him. Like
need
when
to do
he's
some-
being funny and when he's not being
You
funny.
can do some research and circle back to that.
I will. I'll go home. Yeah, because we have to do our research. It's funny because I was actually like, okay, I kind of have to like pay attention to people. I promise you, I haven't, because I unfollowed Brittany.
Yeah.
Well, she did a spin, and I was
my
like, you're getting on my
gosh.
nerves, and posting tea.
Oh my
and
gosh. Oh
I'm
my
spinning, and look at me, my underwear, yay! And I'm like, I cannot anymore, girl. But I did go back. I was like, just in case Kari talks about Brittany, I have to go look and see. But she's still spinning, still posting tea and things that are pink, and showing us her underwear.
I haven't gotten like her content. It's like my algorithm's weird lately, so I really haven't seen a lot of any posts from her.
You've like missed nothing.
It's okay.
Except for that she got to see her kids for the first time in 2 years. And I tried to do a deep dive on the why. That video was weird. Go look at that video. It was very strange.
Did you see the one? I lied. I
See,
did
this
see
is
something.
what happens
I know.
to us.
Did
This
you
is
see-
why we're at the coffee shop for 3 hours. Like, did we just talk about Puff Daddy for 4 hours?
problem. It's my guilty. It's like a vice. I enjoy it so much. Like, I don't really drink much and I don't smoke, but I love celebrity gossip.
That's your
stuff.
that's your smoking your pancake.
Piping a crepe.
Smoking a pancake.
Mike Myers would be a good one to sit down with too.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'm so random. I'm so sorry. What were we just talking about?
I don't remember.
Britney Spears. So
yeah.
did you see the one where she's like, I start kindergarten tomorrow. I'm 5 years old. It was weird.
Yeah,
It was real. And I know there's something.
that was a really great impersonation. You like took me there.
Oh my gosh, I am 5 years old. I turn 5 years old tomorrow.
You're so good at that.
And I start kindergarten tomorrow. I put my book bag on and I get on the school bus.
Oh, you're good.
It's bad.
That's creepy.
It's really bad.
Your impersonation or what she said?
Both. The impersonation's really bad. But
Yeah.
why did she do that with her voice accent? She didn't used to do that. So
I don't
I know.
know.
I feel really bad because there's definitely
Something going on.
Something going on. So I feel
know.
guilty making fun of her. But girl,
Strange. Speaking
Yeah.
of voices, did you see the Jennifer Coolidge voice situation?
no.
Oh, did I catch you on something you don't know?
You might, but remind me about her. I have a funny thing about her in a minute, but
Okay.
tell me the voice thing.
So she was caught on the Golden Globes. Was that the one? Because
The most recent one.
Yes, doing an interview, and she broke character and voice.
No.
Yes, she has been caught in.
So does she have a normal?
That is all a persona.
So this is perfect. This
Okay.
is a perfect segue into the thing. So I don't know if you're a Seinfelder. Like my husband and I watch Seinfeld religiously. I think we've watched every single episode.
I
And
did listen to the book. What's the guy with the
Larry
hair?
David?
Nope.
Kramer.
Kramer's.
I don't know his real name.
Yeah.
I
It was a good book. You guys
was
should,
good.
if you're Seinfeld people.
yeah, so we love Seinfeld. And just the other day, there's an episode where Jerry's dating a masseuse. And I've watched this episode many, many times. And I'm
gonna-
looking at the
Don't
girl.
know.
It's Jennifer Coolidge. And I said to my husband,
Oh.
I said, is that I want a hot dog real bad because I couldn't think of her name. I'm like, is it Jennifer Cool? Is it Stifler's mom? Is it? I'm like saying all these things that I knew her as, and he's like, actually, we play this game because he recognizes people outside of like what we know him from very often.
Okay.
So I always pull up IMDb and just
Correct.
like fact check
Yes.
every time. You and I are like this. Like, I'll be watching something and I IMDb the whole cast.
Everybody. I've missed a whole episode because now I'm clicking and I
Yeah.
found out that Jennifer Coolidge was in a movie in 1989 with Steve Martin.
Jake
and
hates that I do this, but you and I are the same in that way.
Yes.
So anyway, I say, is that her? And he goes, And I'm not right often. He's normally right.
Oh.
He's like, I'm not saying you're wrong, but let me look. And sure enough, Jennifer Coolidge was on that episode and she wasn't doing the voice.
Oh, no
She was
way.
very, very normal. In certain ways that she said certain words, you could hear her. You could hear the ooh, or what, whatever.
It was like
voice.
she was creating.
It was before she
the
was
thing.
known for it, but it was there. It was still like hints of
Yeah.
the persona that she's created.
Oh,
but
I have to look that up then.
Yeah, search her on Seinfeld just to see that little clip. But yeah,
Oh.
she definitely wasn't doing the voice, so it's funny that she got caught not doing it.
She did get caught not doing it. Now you have to go home and find the clip so you can hear it.
Okay.
They were playing it on radio stations.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And I was like, I have to search this.
So it was just naturally like her voice. She just started talking, and she's
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh shoot, I forgot."
Yeah. Someone asked her a question and she answered, and she just answered normal and forgot. And then went back to her voice.
In the same,
So same Ariana Grande recently did this.
I've noticed her voice has changed many times, especially because I'm on the Wicked train now.
too.
I was never
I wish.
interested. Now I love it.
I wish I could sing. I tell my husband this. If I could sing for real. Now I was.
We can all sing.
I-
Let's
yes.
clarify. You can
I
sing.
can sing. I don't know that you want to hear me sing. I have been in choir. I was in show choir. Shocking. However, if I could sing at the level
Incredible.
at which
the talent.
Cynthia and Revo sings, I would literally, y'all would just catch me walking up and down College Street just singing, "It's me."
Do you want to do your version of the battle cry?
Battle cry.
You know, the...
Oh, no. Did you do the thing for the holidays? Did you see the thing where you set the family down and you start from the back and you go? My family, they're like, Jen, we cannot stand you. I'm like, everybody just sit on the steps. Just sit on the steps and I'll play the video for, like, no one's seen it. But I'm like, just sit on the steps, everybody. I had my niece, my son, my brother-in-law might have been on the steps, my mom, my sister.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going to show you the clip. I know you don't know what you're talking about, but I'm going to show you the clip and then you're going to do it. And they're looking at me like, I just want to hear you do it, please.
And it was battle cry.
Yes. And you play it, and then they went through, and they're looking at, I'm hysterically laughing, and
I
they're
would be peeing
looking
my pants.
at me like, why are we doing this? And I'm like, it's for me, okay?
So did you get buy-in? Did they all do it?
That sort of, and then it
Okay.
fizzled, but I got my laugh, you know.
That's funny.
I got my laugh, yeah. I do at home, I'll trim, like, oh my God, I just want to hit that so bad.
If I've seen Sabrina Carpenter do it. I've seen a bunch of the different celebrities who can sing and actually have a beautiful voice, like do their versions of it, and it's just so pretty when it comes out. But Cynthia Scott, it's beautiful.
So I'll
so
tell you
good.
before we wrap up, because, I mean, I literally promise I could
We could do this all day.
all day long.
It's a
The
problem.
day I met you, the first time I met you, it went like nosedive. You know, usually you meet people and you want to like, who are you? Hi, what's going on? And we instantly were like,
Yeah, that's how you know.
yeah.
It was good.
I know.
It was
And then
just
what
good.
did we say? Do you remember what we said before we left? Or like we were sending each other memes?
No. Should
Did
I?
we just become friends?
Yep.
Did we just become friends?
You did say that.
Yeah.
You're right. We did say that.
Okay, now I forget what I was going to end with.
Before we wrap,
I was going to...
Wicked,
It was,
Cynthia.
oh, yes, I was going to tell you. She is coming to Blossom.
I saw that.
Your kids can go for free.
Oh, really?
Yes, any child 18 or younger can go for free. I said, mark my words, I'm buying this ticket because she's going to win an Oscar, and I am going to watch her and see her. So this summer she will be there.
Did
So
the
I'm going
tickets
with my-
skyrocket after like Wicked came out? Did that go on
No,
sale before?
they were 20. I think they were like $25.
Really?
Don't quote me.
So
on
what
that.
is she coming for? I saw it's the Cleveland Orchestra, but is it
she's
Wicked
gonna
related?
Sing, I think she's gonna sing that and a couple other songs.
Okay.
And probably go about her old way. Not old because she's young and wonderful and fabulous, but just the fact that she's gonna win that Oscar.
huge. Oh yeah.
I was real
Absolutely.
salty she didn't win the Ariana Grande. Like she was really great.
She was
She made me
good.
laugh. However,
I did enjoy seeing the side of Ariana Grande that we got to see in that
I
movie
agree.
because she's hilarious. And
Agree.
I think everyone thinks of her as like the,
Yeah.
cute little petite, like
And the
hair
Nickelodeon.
flip, yeah,
weird kid-
whatever.
Yes.
But it was good. But you're right. Cynthia knocked it out of the park.
Out of the park.
Incredible.
So when you go home, look and see, because you might be able to go see her and get on that. Just
Like-
be in the room with a woman.
Yeah.
That song. Sometimes I'll just play that song.
Talk about being starstruck.
Yes, it's gonna happen.
Sold.
Okay.
Yeah, I will absolutely look that up.
Well, thanks, and I will have you back. However, what we're gonna do when we end the podcast, I'm gonna see if you know where this is coming from.
Okay.
You're gonna tell the community what you have going on. So
Okay.
what podcast is that from?
What do I have going on?
Yeah. This camera. Do you know what podcast that's from?
No.
Oh, Hot Ones.
Oh, I don't know. Is that the Hot Wings one?
Yes. Oh, you'll
no.
love that too. I have to send you a list of things.
Yeah, I need a list. I need
Yeah.
a
So
list.
what do you have going on? That's how we'll wrap.
Just in
up.
general in life?
Yeah.
like
What
right
do you
now?
or work or what do you want people to know? I know we have feeding Medina County stuff.
Yes, that's where I was going to go. I have so much going on in life right now. We're moving and all this stuff, so I won't bore you with the details of that. But the big, exciting thing we have coming, I'm on the board for Feeding Medina County. Near and dear to my heart. I've been a part of the organization. I've been on the board for just a year now, but I have been part of the annual fundraiser, the gala, or gala, as everyone likes to call it. I don't know what's proper, but I say gala, tomato, whatever.
Gala. I think I say gala. You're
I
fine.
say gala. But this year, I was the co-chair for the event last year with Andy Waite from Waite & Sons Funeral Home. This year, I'm co-chairing with Allison Waite, his beautiful wife. So the two of us are the chairs for this event. And this year, it's 80s themed. And when I tell you, it is going to be so fun. We have a life-size Plinko board, like legit from The Price is Right. Like you climb stairs, it's 9 feet tall, you get to go to the top, you get to drop your chips. It's going to be incredible. We have a surprise type of car that might be from a very popular 80s movie that will make an appearance. We have 80s themed candy. It's just going to be so much fun. And Nicole Marcelino from the Cavs and from New Day Cleveland is our MC, so she will be just there to light up the room and make everything super fun. But the event is coming up on March 8th at Blue Heron Event Center. Tickets are on sale now. They will sell out. It is always a sellout event. So we just like to
For a good cause.
get that out there. Yeah. So
For
we're still
awesome
looking for
cause.
sponsorships for that event. That is your way to guarantee tickets. If you sponsor, you get tickets with your sponsorship. Or if you just like to come and attend, the tickets are on sale on the website, which is feedingmedinacounty.org.
And I'll be there.
And Jenny will be there.
I will
Yes,
totally be there.
Absolutely.
You
be
always
there.
put last year was a good show, so you're just going to go up from here. I love you, Kari. Thank you
I
for
love
coming.
you too. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being my second guest. I hope you go off and have a fabulous day.
I'm honored. Thank you.
You're welcome.